Hey folks, welcome back to Let's Play Nioh. I'm the Mysterious JG. So I've done a bit of off-screening, went through the Spirit Stone Slumbers mission and found the remaining Kodama, which, as it turns out, I think I've read somewhere that when we leave this region, I believe the story is taking us from Kyushu, home of the Shimazu and Takibana clans, to Shikoku, where I'm blanking on the name of the guys who are charged. It's Motochika. I don't remember if that's the first or last name of the main lord over there. But yeah, when we get over there, we will no longer have all these Odama, whatever they're called, powers. So I did a little bit of off-screening through the first level again, just to kill humans with different weapon types to unlock titles and get more bonuses. Just a little bit of that, not a whole lot, while listening to Mystery Science Theater, basically. And one thing I have not done is refight Munashige Takibana, because if I fight him a couple more times, I'll get cool stuff for doing that, but I have not bothered yet. I also went to our good friend the blacksmith, and finding out that just basically doing business with the blacksmith, i.e. buying things, selling things, reforging, blah blah blah, like doing that is what gets you more patronage points. So I spent a whole lot of our money buying stuff and selling it back at a huge loss just to get some patronage levels, and as a result, I've leveled up. We now find additional stock and additional special items. We now have 4 different sets of shortcuts, which actually I have not found to be useful at all, because I don't have enough ninjutsu or omnio capacity to use them. So unless I actually start filling up a set of shortcuts with usable items that I would have to go purchase replacements for when they're used, I don't actually have anything to do with those last couple slots. And I got 1 sell price markup. So that's my big off-screen progress that we've made. One thing I do need to do is we leveled up, I think twice since the last time you guys were watching, and we're actually fairly close to leveling up again. I should check make sure I've got the right stuff equipped. I got rid of Guardian Spirit and did some stuff that's mostly about farming for Amarita, which I wouldn't do while going through an off-screen area that we'd never been through before. So I could get one more thing with 3. But most of the ones that are worthwhile take more than 3. Talisman of Fire. See, Guardian Spirit. I don't really want to get rid of Protection, although I could. Oh, no, Protection's a really good one to have, actually. That made beating the boss of the first level, which I can now do fairly comfortably without that much nerve-wracking, nail-biting, but it made it even easier and less worrisome. Oh, I have a capacity of 24. So actually, yeah, I could afford to grab an expensive one. So, Oasis. That's the one we will do. Oh, is that really the smart one, or should I go for, Devigorate? Reduces enemy attack power. That might be a good one. I have Rejuvenation, which recovers my own health. Oasis helps allies. I don't know if I'll have allies in this mission, but I guess I'll keep it around just in case, because Devigorate and Weakness, it's hard. I can't really tell just how much that does to them. But my ninjutsu is pretty much what I want it to be. So our shortcuts. Oh, and I want to switch my Guardian Spirit because I switched back to Mizuchi, which gives you an Amarita bonus. Let's go with Paired Raiken because this is kind of new. Spirit Protection, Dash Endurance, Skill Key Damage, gives us Lightning Resistance, Treasure Sense. I don't really care about those things. Fuzushi gives us life. Protects us somewhat from poison. Reduces the ki used when guarding. And we get a little bit of health back. Actually, Fuzi Ki might be the best one for right now. Although Kato, where will he spring from next? Kato's not bad. Treasure sense. I feel like we should be using paired Raiken just because it's brand new, but actually Fuzi... Well, let's use it because I haven't actually seen what it does when we use it as a spirit beast for helping us out. As far as a living weapon goes, it does lightning damage. B plus B plus C minus D. C plus B has a lot of tenacity. Let's try Baird Raiken just for a little change of pace here. And we'll need to assign some shortcuts and then get on with our mission. So I got the Protection Talisman, the Power Pill, the Rejuvenation Talisman, and Elixir. Kunai, Elixir, Guard Spirit Talisman. I feel like... Did we not go with Oasis Talisman? There we go. Kunai, Guardian Spirit. Everything now has its place. And if we go to options... basic game settings... Rarity color pattern, display item level. Trying to figure out where I go to change, maybe it's individual game settings. Number of shortcut sets, we're going to switch to 3. We've unlocked 4. I'm going to switch to 3 because I'm not actually using them all. So as we get more on Nioh and Ninja Magic, I might decide I want to actually use more slots. Anyway, about almost a third of the video is gone, a fourth of the video at least. Let's get moving. I'm not going to go online. I don't want... when I'm playing offline, I make sure... Or when I'm playing off screen, I make sure to go online, so I've got more Revenants that I can farm for glory. So eventually I can unlock skins or whatever you do. But I don't want the extra temptation, more Revenant fights where I can lose hit points and screw up when I'm on screen playing through the story. So let's proceed to the next region. And this should involve some story, I'm sure. So let me grab some water, even though I should be probably reading stuff. Speak English. I'm Nijino Grund. Oh, so you're leaving me alone in this hostile country? Okay, never mind. I guess we're not going to Shikoku. We're going to visit Ieyasu, assuming that there's not some crazy plot events that drag us off course, which is entirely possible. I have a feeling crazy plot events are about to... Well, that is a horrible-looking boat model for PS4 era. Or maybe that's more realistically what a boat would look like than I realized with that level of shininess. Oh, that's an interesting mountain. Okay, the Red Letter Media guys got farther than I thought because they complained about this.
I don't have time for this.
They complained that a big monster showed up in a cinema scene and you don't immediately fight it. So spoilers, we don't immediately fight this thing. But we're still cosplaying as Muneshige Tachibana. Yeah, your captain probably doesn't need to order you to take evasive action against giant monster. I guess that boat must be loyal to Mitsunari. Or that monster must be loyal to Mitsunari. It's trying to sink Eastern Army shipping. Oh, I don't know about that. I'm sure eventually we'll face it. Possibly in DLC, if nothing else. Alright, so we're not going to Shikoku. I was wrong. I thought that's where the story was taking us next. But he's not going to say. Oh, they spell Mori different than other games have spelled it. I assume they're talking about the same Mori. That's the part of the Japan where they held power. They were longtime rivals of the Oda. The Miyoshi trio or Mori clan guys, if I'm not mistaken. I don't really know that much about this. What I know about this history of Japan I learned from video games, so take it all with a grain of salt. A sacred cleansing item in their culture. Hey, buddy, you're being followed by a giant monster. Just thought you should know. You probably can't see it because your hat completely obscures your vision. I have blue eyes, but I know samurai moves. I didn't ask. That's a great invisible monster you have there. That's my nickname for the penis. Thank you very much. Sakon Shima has left the battlefield. Convince the Mori clan what? That he has an invisible monster friend? This is by this game's standards, this is a fairly long string of plot stuff without us randomly being told we have to wander through a shrine full of monsters. Oh, I guess we're in the new region. So, my big question is, can we go back? And it doesn't look like we can go back. Which is a problem, because I didn't defeat Munashige Tachibana enough times to earn all of the stuff I could earn from that. So that's a shame. I was kind of hoping we'd be able to go back. Now we're in Chugoku. Our inability to go back is going to bug me. Now I feel like I should have done some more things before we left the region. But there comes a point where you need to move on with the story. We have the Silver Mine Writhes. We have the Lords of the Underworld. Darkness fills our hearts with pain. So our main mission is the Silver Mine Writhes. But the Guardians of the Underworld is probably on a map we've never experienced. So it might be a good idea to go ahead and do that now. Although again, frustrated that we can't go back and play those earlier missions. Although wait, view country map. Ah. Okay, never mind. My panic was brief but heartfelt. That being said, I'm glad I got over it before deciding that I was going to abandon the video and load my game, just so that I could go continue to fight the easiest mission in the game while watching Mystery Science Theater just to earn perks. Let's do Guardian of the Underworld. We Nioh mages maintain the balance between our world and the underworld, but this bloody age has lasted so long that the underworld overflows with the dead. Soon it will be entirely beyond our control. Lord Anjin, I can use my powers to take you to the yokai realm, the gap between our world and the hereafter. Will you, in return, use your powers to tame the yokai hordes that spill through? Oh, so in exchange for you sending me to a demon hell, I am supposed to fight enemies in the demon hell. Well, that sounds like an even trade for sure. Yeah, let's do it. Let's fall in love. So again, I'm not doing the submissions that are just like a new mission on a map we've already cleared. But if I get to a submission, like a non-mandatory mission, but it's a whole new map that I have never shown on screen before, I'm planning to show it. Although again, I'm recording ahead of what's public. If people are clamoring and saying, we want to see every submission that you do, even the ones that are just the same map over again with different objectives, and people are really, the handful of people watching this LP really, really, really want to see that, I can do that on screen. Yomotsu Hirasaka is said to be the entrance to the underworld. Upon passing through it, visitors will find the river Sanzu separating the human world from the hereafter. The sheer number of dead souls produced from the ongoing war have attracted large numbers of yokai. And I don't know that I pronounced any of the foreign terms in that correctly. But, if you say it with enough conviction, other people who don't speak Japanese will buy in. And that's all I can hope for. So here we are in Demon World. Not every day that you get to go to Demon World. Unless you live near the Demon World theme park. And this has the most... Yeah, this has a real Ninja Gaiden flavor to it here already. All these bodies on pikes. It feels really Ninja Gaiden-y. I was wondering if there was going to be some kind of, negative status effect inflicted by the evil, scary-looking blood flowers, but not so far. And I have these cool little stone tower thingies. Oh yeah, I was wondering what that was. I kept seeing something. So I'm equipping an axe. It's not the most powerful weapon I have in my arsenal, but it is one that seemed like it would be worth leveling up or earning. Oh, they're getting pretty big hordes of them here. One of my off-screen missions was very much like this. Enemies would pop out in large groups, and my main attempted approach, which is to fight as few at a time as possible, was constantly thwarted. But it appeared, though, when doing that the enemies were finite. Not just they keep spawning forever until you got out of the area, but... And since that is a new enemy type I haven't seen before, I was willing to hope that would be it for this zone. I'm trying to get out! That's not fair. I was trying desperately to attack and I couldn't get anything off. I want to kill this little guy and get him out of the way. Alright. Now I can concentrate on these two big fellas. Fudge. I got one of them poisoned anyway. I don't know how much more dangerous this place is going to get, so I might as well start using some of the stuff that's supposed to be keeping me alive. Keep myself alive. Now it seems like if I was just a little more patient, I could probably get out of all this without needing to use those items. So once I get into a one-on-one with one of these guys, I'm usually fine. Not that it's not impossible that I'll screw up, but... So I got an elixir back, but I can't get back the... Oh boy, they're still coming. Great, one of the little guy noticed me, which means he will turn into a big guy soon enough. Too many freaking guys. I can't get my bearings at all. don't know when I would have time to actually use some of the items that I want to use like that. Yeah, don't let him sneak up on you, JG. Don't throw away all of your poison shuriken because you're focused on the wrong enemy, JG. That's not good. Whoa, hey, come on now. Got rid of somebody. The music's gotten fancy enough that I'm thinking, okay, I can see now this is an entirely closed space. So it is just a big arena battle that I'm doing. Looks like I got rid of the big Cyclops at some point. Probably with the... Alright, what's next? Okay. Whew, I'm fine with that being over. I was starting to get a little nervous there. And I've also lost my sound, so give me a second to get my... to fiddle around with the wires until they're happy again. Knowing how long the gauntlet is makes a huge difference. Because every time I used an item other than maybe an elixir, I was really like weighing whether or not I needed to use the item. But as you could see if you were paying attention, I came really close to death more than one time in that. But what's her face? Fuku? Is that her name? The Nioh character lady. She wanted me to come here and kill a bunch of yokai for some reason. I guess these yokai were just getting ready to launch an attack on innocent humans, and I stopped it, maybe? I don't know. But we did it. We done what we were told to do, or asked to do. We will end the mission. What will our reward be for if we were to complete this again? I don't know. But she has to be reasonably pleased with us, right?
That should quiet the yokai for a while, but as long as this age of war continues, angry demons will continue to spew forth from the yokai realm to our own. Only peace can bring its respite. I pray we shall see it soon.
So we got yokai water pot smithing text. We have young Onmyo mage's locks, which I guess gives us some Onmyo points. Spirit iron fragments and wind amulets. So if we were to do it again, we would get spirit stones, high-quality leather cords, and spirit iron fragments. So nothing critical would come from redoing that mission. Does not look like any of the rewards are things that we would really need to play through it again to get. Let's see if we can level up, bitches. Ow. Shrine. Not quite. Were we to do that again... we could level up. Almost certainly. It would be enough for us to level up if we did that again. Let's do it again. Yeah, let's do it again. Because I don't really want to start a whole plot mission now. We don't have enough time left in the video. So if we can knock this out again, and I'll know... that once we get the Cyclops, it's almost over, and I can just start using items fairly freely. So this absorbs a set amount of damage. I don't see any reason not to use it now. But basically... these guys are just going to keep popping it, so I might as well... there's no point going around trying to sneak up on them. plus die. So I guess I've used up my absorb a certain amount of damage. Oh, it's probably just the fire damage that it wasn't absorbing. Maybe. Okay, the giant version of these guys. Probably don't want him tackling me. It's probably just as well that I took out the little spirit dudes before fighting him. Okay, what was next? I forget. Well, more of these guys. See if I can get rid of... Are there any more flying around spirit dudes before I fight you guys? Maybe not. Finish him quick. Damn it. Get myself in trouble with this fellow. Okay, so it's almost over once you show up. You'll get stupid now. Trying to keep him in the poison field. Be very advantageous if he got poisoned, because then I could... Oh, good. I can mostly run away from him. It'd be alright. Oh, I got the other two flying. So you're all that's left, huh? Is that really it? Yep, okay. Well, just understand. And at that time, I didn't even get a chance to use all that much healing. I just understood, well, alright, in fairness, should always be easier the second time when you know which enemies are going to be coming. I was able to prioritize killing the flying around dudes who just become a nuisance. Take them out immediately. I knew to poison that Cyclops and then just run away from him. Yeah, that worked out alright. And indeed, we now have enough Amarita saved up to level up bitches. And we can do that and call it a video. So a couple of successful trips to the yokai realm here. Although if it's really the yokai realm, shouldn't we have constantly be under the negative, like, yokai realm status effect that you get when you're standing around in a field of yokai energy in the regular world? That's my question. So we got spirit stones, leather cords, and spirit iron fragments. The rewards are not as good, but they're still something. Now if we go back to the starting point, we can go to the shrine, we can level up. And as you can see, I'm still, even though it's not probably considered a wise build, I'm still throwing lots of points into dexterity and magic and strength and ignoring everything else. Eventually, I really need to think about probably heart is the one that builds your ki. But it's building up a weapon type that I don't care as much about. As far as having enough points... I'm trying to, like, split and have enough ninjutsu and Nioh points that the next time we unlock a set of stuff that we can have nice things. I will have those nice things available. I'll have points to spend on those skills that we've been looking to get. And once I've got the Nioh and magic skills that I want, I probably will stop putting points there because I think we've got ninja power and Nioh power up high enough. But I think... we've got quite a few story missions to do before we'll be able to unlock all the skills that we want in those areas. So probably the smart thing to do would be to increase heart to get some life and some ki. Well, you get life no matter what you level up. You get 10 points of life minimum every time you level up, no matter what you put it into. But I would think that heart and gradually increasing my ki. So skill increases your ki pulse. Strength increases your ki pulse, but not as much. And skill also helps with our ranged weapon. Heart would be the one, if I really want to build up ki so that we don't run out of ki as fast, heart would be the smart one. But I think I'm just going to continue my pattern of trying to have ninja skill points and Onmyo skill points so that the next time we unlock a new level of those, I'll immediately be able to invest in fancy new stuff. And eventually, if we discover that I've been building up my character absolutely positively wrong, I can buy the item that lets you respec, and it'll be okay. I'm the Mysterious JG. I want to thank you guys for watching, and I hope you'll join me next time as we do the next main story mission. Bye for now.